Dream, like Hive, Alive, Keen, Super. I don't know. Oh, that's right. And I just watched. Damn it! I just watched Tails playing GSL too the other day. I feel bad, man. There's way too many people to keep track of. Like I keep thinking like DRG's like one of those like players that's like Violet or Pult that like somehow just like transition and become like very like foreigner-esque prominent, where he like decided to go overseas for whatever reason. I don't know. Either way, a lot of pressure on good old feedmeSC2 over here. He's actually been streaming a lot. I actually watched a couple days, you know, improving, getting better and better. You know, the stresses of playing versus Protoss and all that good stuff, but you know, he's gonna have to step it up. DRG's a pretty good player if you guys you know, have ever heard about him. Champion in his own right. Dropping that pool hatch versus Terran. He actually went pool hatch, so we could be having links coming across the map here pretty quickly over to feedme's side of the map. Now the other day, you guys noticed if you guys weren't paying attention to the qualifier, Moose Skills from Complexity knocked DRG out of the tournament, out of this first qualifier with a score 2-1 very early, and DRG was not happy. DRG was not happy. I don't know what happened. Like I said, I was supposed to broadcast the games, but I went and hopped into Ryung's game instead, and I kind of feel bad now because I really wanted to see what the hell happened, because DRG was not happy after his games with Moose Skills, so really wonder what happened there. Now we got a couple links coming across the map already for DRG. Looks like he's just playing a little bit safe. Not really in too much of a hurry to be able to actually get too much done. Aside of that, let's make sure that we got that going for us. We dropped the SCV, and coming across the map, well, he's not going to do really too much in terms of coming across the map. He's going to spot that his opponent took an expansion, and he should already be planning to take a third base. Like, unless he's planning to go to really quick, like Ling Bane, like he shouldn't. Yeah, no, he's already starting to pull off of gas, so he should be taking that third hatch here pretty soon. Factory already underway. We'll see. I mean, feedme's not one of those players that also shies away from mech. I want to see if he actually does go into it. I do enjoy watching Marine tank a little bit more, but at the same time, a really good mech player or a very patient mech player can be entertaining to watch. I'm not talking like a Vila where like that's over patient. That's like sits around too long, building up too many things and ravens and everything like that, and then and then begins to whine. No, talking about a pretty good mech player, you know, that drops the Hellbats, you know, goes around, harasses, positions himself well, finds good attacks and positioning as well. Now, DRG starting to break the rocks down to the right side. He probably should still be taking the hatchery over here to the bottom left side of the map, but like I said, more and more often I'm starting to see Zergs prefer taking this as their fourth hatch alternative, just due to the fact that you creep a little bit to the left, you creep a little bit to the right, and it's a lot easier to cover ground between these two small areas over here. A lot shorter distance to cover. Because the problem is, once you extend over here to the left side of the map, you're going to be very exposed. You're going to be exposed to drops on the high ground, you're going to be exposed to attacks that will extend you out. Meanwhile, who knows, drops can come into your main, so even if anything comes into your main, to your natural, you're able to rotate pretty nicely in kind of that T shape over here as a Zerg player. feedme, meanwhile, dropping the third base. We see more Hellions coming out, reactor Hellions, good old things that could help out scouting and everything else. Looks like he pushed the Overlord out of his base as well. Yeah, no, I'm like with the 3-minute lamps. You guys, yeah, dude, I am so sorry. Like I don't know why I forgot about MVP, man. Well, okay. You can't give me too much crap. It's not like MVP is exactly like, you know, KT, Jin Air, like SKT level. Like they kind of are under the radar. It's like Star Tails team, you know. Like they're a team, but you don't see them really. That's the thing. Like it's one of those ESF teams that just kind of went. It didn't die off. Thank God it didn't die off. But you just don't, I guess, hear or see enough of them. Like mainly at least in my opinion, it lives through Keen, lives through DRG, and lives through Tails, because Tails is one of these competitors that plays in a lot of these cups, and you guys can see him, of course, always like in GSL Code A or whatnot. So it's not like a huge prominent thing. Alive, I guess, too, as well. I don't know. I don't want to like player bash and like start like comparing. Like it becomes very like nitpicky. Like they're all like top level players, but it becomes like very nitpicky when you get up to that level, or at least if you're trying to like hold some comparisons over there. People respectful first. Respectful from the DRG now. DRG, meanwhile, if you guys haven't noticed, going for a little bit of that 3-hatch Roachling Bane aggression. Baneling Nest just finished up, and he might just go for the break right now. Goes for the bunker. Bunker does fall. Feed me not exactly ready, I want to say, and he's got his Hellions, of course, on the other side of the map. One of those really crappy moments as a Terran player I even have myself, where you're just like, oh man, I wish I had those around, because if he had the Hellions behind the wall, he would have actually been okay. Now the problem is the Roaches are already starting to flood within the main. There's a huge link pack, and the Banelings form right on top of the Hellions. And GG, game 1 going to DRG. We'll be heading into game 2 shortly.